Hi, this is Reagan. So today's video I want to talk about is going to be off a different subject that I normally talk about. This is a subject that most transgenders you will never hear discussed publicly. And this is a subject that most transgenders, I don't know if they shy away from it, but it's very rarely, even when they get together, are they very open about the subject. Today's topic of conversation will be about money, finances to be exact. I want to talk to you about as a transgender female. Now, this can apply to men. Sorry, I got lipstick. But I want to talk about females. All right. To back this up, I have to say it like this so you understand where I'm coming from. As a cisgender male living in a male-dominated world, or at least a society wants you to think that, you make the decision to become a transgender female, or you realize you're a transgender female, or you develop the character of transgender female, however you want to put it. You begin to go through the process of becoming a transgender female, either way you put it. In some people's eyes, when you make that decision publicly, you have now regulated yourself to second-class status as a female, because some people think of women as second-class citizens. This is a reality. Whether you accept that statement or not, or approve of that statement, that is a reality. Now, it is vital as a transgender male or female, but like I said, females particularly, that you use wisdom. It is vital that you have your own finances. You have your own checking accounts with a good annual percentage rate on it. You have your own savings account with a good percentage rate of savings on it. That you invest for your future in the stock market or something else, or bonds, or you buy real estate, or you start your own business, whatever it is, you have to develop the character to take care of yourself financially. Because not everybody supports you, not everybody's going to accept you, and not everybody's going to approve of you. And so since nobody supports you, since not a lot of people accept this, and not a lot of people approve of this, you need to make sure that you have your finances ready to go in case you have to move forward in your life without people in your past. Whether it's a job, whether it's family members, whatever it is. You need to take care of yourself first. Now, let's break this down even more. How much do you need? Because people never talk about that. Let's start like this. Prices vary, okay? Some states require you to see a therapist. A therapy session can sometimes be $100 an hour or more. Or they may have a free clinic where you can go on a couple of days a week where you can get free medical assistance. Depending on your state, you need to check your state. But look at least the minimum of $100 an hour. Then you have to go see your endocrinologist. After sometimes you see your therapist. I happen to be fortunate, I don't have to do any of that, but I'm fortunate, I just go to the endocrinologist. But your endocrinologist costs money too. And that, depending on if you have or don't have insurance, that could be a couple $100 a visit, because your doctors have to eat themselves. Then they have to prescribe you medicine. And if you don't have insurance for that and doesn't cover it, it could be a couple $100 for insurance. So I've already spent close to, let's say, $600 a month so far on what you need. Then there's clothing. And you have to go buy clothing at a department store, or you may go buy clothing at a secondhand shop, or you might buy clothing at a thrift store, you might buy clothing at a resale shop, or you might buy clothing at an estate sale, or you might be fortunate enough to make your own clothing. That adds up, depending on how much money you spend a month and your financial means. Then there is jewelry, because you don't want to wear the same jewelry all the time. Then there is makeup, which is in and of itself is a tremendous expense. Then there is makeup care or makeup assistance. In other words, going to have your makeup done or having somebody train you how to do makeup. I personally have a place I go to that I personally feel very comfortable with. I work with a makeup artist who took the time to teach me about makeup, who I'm very comfortable with. She happens to be transgender herself, so it helps me out tremendously. And she's fabulous. That's just part of it. You have to consider those things. And You have to get yourself in a position financially to do what you need to do if you want to transition. Not just to say, I'm going to transition, and I get that you want to transition even if you don't have money. I understand that, and it's okay to do that. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. If you don't have 2 dimes in your pocket, it's okay to, transition. There's nothing wrong with that. Having said that, from day one, you need to start saving money for your transition and for your future, okay? Because as transgenders, we have an even harder fight to fight. We have to make sure financially our financial house is in order so that we can just go forward with our lives if something happens. It's vital for transgenders to get that. We never talk about that. Well, I've never heard transgender people discuss that. Transgender people usually talk about their emotions, their body dysphoria, clothing. They talk about discrimination. They talk about makeup sometimes, because a lot of them don't do that with each other even. But they do not, very rarely we hear them talk specifics or even generalities about money. And I don't know if that's just our society, but we have to empower ourselves financially and make sure our financial house is in order so that we, as transgender women, can move forward financially. And it's vital for transgender women to talk to each other about finances, because we never discuss it openly about our finances. And I think for us to change as a group of people, we need to encourage each other to move forward. We need to encourage each other to do better than we are today, to be a great community. What else? I also want to talk about beauty today. Not every day you're going to feel beautiful. There are a lot of days you're going to be like, ugh, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like getting dressed. I don't feel like, putting makeup on. It's not a easy undertaking to do all this. It isn't. My routine is about an hour or 30 minutes to an hour long. Where I have to put on, you have to clean your face, put on concealer. You have to put on a primer and then concealer and then your foundation and your pressed powder, and then do your eyes, and then do your liner, and then do your lashes, and do your lips. And it's a process. And beauty is not always going to be, or what your definition of beauty is not always going to be on point. You have to accept that, because every woman is like that. I don't care if you're cisgender, if you're binary, if you're transgender, whatever it is. That's just the reality. So don't beat yourself up because you don't feel, quote, beautiful, but just take it one day at a time, as I always say. Remember, like I said earlier before, it is vital that you, as a transgender woman, do what's responsible for you, to take care of yourself and to be safe, but to make sure that your financial house is in order. If you can't go somewhere, you can't go. It's that simple. You have to be sure within yourself to say, I can't do that today, because, I have to think about my future, And so you need to think about where you want to be in life. You need to think about what you want to do in life and how you want to exist in life. And most importantly, you want to respect yourself. That is vital that you do that as a human being. And it's absolutely vital that you do it as a transgender, God bless you. Make sure you turn around and reach somebody behind you. Help them get to the next level. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.